And if you want something like if there's money on the game, for example, you have Adopt Me or Bloxburg. If you all heard of it,
What's Adopt Me?
Adopt Me is like a game on Roblox, and Bloxburg is a game on Roblox, which is very popular.
So Brooklyn Ads on Facebook says that it is an online game platform that allows users to program games and play games created by other users. So have you been able to create anything as such?
Oh, no, I
Or you just
haven't.
play what persons
I just
already?
I just play what person's have, but there's also something that you need Robux for.
What is that?
Fan groups, like if you create some clothes on your avatar, you have to get like you have to spend 100 Robux on if you want a group. But I don't know how to create games. You have to on Roblox there's this thing called create. Then you start creating your games and your stuff. Usually when you just go to a Roblox game, there's something called your place. Like for example, let's make up a username called Purse Player, and then it'll say Purse Player's Place. And then you just go on that game. There's nobody on it. It's like your personal place.
Okay, so you're able to create the players in the game and everything else for the game. So you personalize it, is what you're saying.
Yes, you can make a name of it. You can make the things in it.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you a question. For
And
kids out there that don't necessarily have um, the funds to buy gifts for their parents, what would you suggest they do in order to share some holiday cheer and love for their parents? What could they make?
well, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I can tell. I found an idea. Sometimes you can sometimes um find draw a picture of your parents, or find a picture of your parents, put it in a book, to show how much you love your family.
Okay, so you don't necessarily have to buy them anything, is what you're saying.
No, you just have paper.
All it takes is some paper.
All it takes is some paper, some glue, a pencil if you want to draw.
What if, but okay, let's say for instance, children who are not artistic, they're not able to
Oh.
create drawings. What else can they do to show their parents that they love them this holiday?
Well, you could. Sometimes there might be pictures of your parents that are made of paper too, so you can just put a picture of your parents and glue it to them, and then glue it to the paper, and then write how much you love your parents.
Beats, when you were this age and obviously had no monies, what were the things that you would do this time of year?
Boy, I grew up in a different time, Empress. Back in my days when LimeWire was available for everybody, and the only thing you had as far as editing was Windows Movie Player, and I had no money. I would have searched on LimeWire for a good song that I know my parents like, and maybe take some of the pictures that we did and just make a little collage. Say, "I love you, mommy. I love
And,
you,
and,
daddy." That's
and,
it.
and I want you to believe as a parent, that sinks your heart more
Mm-hmm.
than anything else when something comes from the creative mind of your little person. But we're going to think of some more ideas, of course, as we get ready for the holiday. Well, we're in the midst of the holiday season. We're going to take a quick break again right here. This is Free Your Mind on a Friday, right here on Star 106 Hits.
Perfect.
Yeah, man. But this
That was awesome.
You having fun?
Totally.
we still on.
We're still on camera, so you still got
Oh, while we on the break, could
Sorry,
you
camera.
I sent the
Sorry.
link to your phone, to this phone.
to this one, yeah.
Yeah, and could you send that again to that one? Because that is in the wrong one.
Let's leave it on this then.
All right then.
Can I read
Yeah.
anything? Can I read anything?
Bahamas' website. Chicken for Life Cafe and Deli is
They're
open in the
mentioning
Saunders
your
Beach Plaza,
store.
serving the best and delectable wraps,
But
sandwiches.
yeah, man, I so into this. I try to act like I'm not for it, but I'm so into it. It's so.
It's kind of cute.
I know, right?
What other things can you think of? Um, Hold on.
Me, I can think of a million things. Like I care for a lot of people who
Wait,
are
wait, wait, wait.
unfortunate.
Well, we're gonna talk about that. How
Can you
about
use
that?
can you use the word unfortunate this time?
Of course you can.
People know what you mean.
Yeah, of course. People know what it means.
Cause they online.
Huh?
Cause they do vocabulary. You playing my song? Hello there. Merry Christmas, how you been? Am I live? It's so good to talk to you again. Wait, is this on live?
Mhm.
Oh. It's been a long, long time. Can't explain why you crossed my mind. I guess it's just to wish you a Merry Christmas. My best friend's having a party and everybody's going. I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, it's snowing.
Really?
It's been a long, long time. Can't explain why you crossed my mind. I guess it's just to say, gee whiz, it's Christmas.
Star 106 hits. Yes, indeed. Gee whiz, it's Christmas. It's already the what, the 11th day of the month. So in just a few moments, folks, it is Christmas. Now, it's funny, like I said, that we don't necessarily take the time to tap into the minds of the young people during this pandemic, especially. And I thought it would kind of be cool to find out in the, coming from an 8-year old what it's like to live during this pandemic. Obviously, it's something that we're all experiencing for the first time together. But there are some things that I wanted to find out from this particular 8-year old when it comes to persons not being able to afford. There are a lot of parents, Soleil, that are not fortunate enough to give this holiday season. They lost their job. They no longer, they can't pay their mortgage. Simply means that some of them become homeless. What is your idea to make Christmas happy for some children? What would you think we could do as fellow Bahamians?
You know, I wrote a lot of poems. One of them contained helping the poor. Usually, I always give away my toys, food, something to the poor.
So are you suggesting that maybe other kids who have some things that they're expecting new Christmas toys, so they have some toys that are still in pretty good shape, clothes that are in good shape. You're saying that we should gather them for the less fortunate.
You know how I do Peppa Pig, right?
Yeah, when you did Peppa Pig and Friends, yeah.
Yep. Usually I can just ask some of my friends to gather some clothes that they don't wear, gather some toys that they don't use. We can have like a little own tent and give some to the poor. And you know who can help, right?
Who can help?
Bishop, totally.
Ah, oh wow!
I
Yeah,
agree with that,
you
Empress.
agree with that,
Yes,
Emperor?
yes.
See,
For us.
all right. So yeah, so people like Bishop who so graciously um, are so generous when it comes to giving back to people. You're saying this is indeed the time for us as fellow Bahamians to look out for other families.
Yes.
So have you started to gather your stuff?
I always gather my stuff.
And we are encouraging others to do the same, right?
Yes.
Because Christmas is a time where, especially you young people, you children, you look forward to receiving something, whether it's new or kind of new, something that makes you happy. Correct?
Yes, you can't just let the poor be sad and you're, oh my gosh, I have a lot of presents. Wow, I'm so blessed. You gotta
You
like
share
give.
that same
Let's share the
joy.
Yes,
blessing.
I share some of my blessings.
That's what I'm talking about. So, I'm thinking now that she's saying that I don't know if it's too late to start like a toy drive, so to speak, in her honor. Um, but it's something that we possibly need to look into because what she does usually is gather her stuff
Hmm.
and we choose a children's home to visit in order to share some of that holiday joy. But as we talk about gifts, as husband and wives are out there, what's on the top of your wish list, Beats, right
The
now?
top of my wish list.
Mhm.
I honestly,
You like
I don't
Soleil?
want
You
to
just
sound corny. I don't have a wish list this year.
and what's the reason for that? Is it because we all know that it is indeed a rough
Yeah,
time?
it's straight off the bat. It's a difficult time, and I feel as though, although any gift that you give me, I would appreciate it. I feel as though it would be a greater gift knowing that the money that was used to
To
buy me a
purchase?
gift could be better used to
Mhm.
further cement our financial stability.
So in
You
other
know,
words, don't spend.
you don't gotta do it. It ain't that serious. I could take this. I could take an L this year. You know.
But think about the average Bahamian right now because I think there's too much pressure.
Oh, they still want the MK.
Yeah, but we ain't got no MK money right now.
No,
They
don't
say
worry about
last
that.
year, this is
Then
this
find
year.
the NK money.
Find it
You gotta
by any
find something.
means.
You gotta find. No, not saying to go out and steal because I don't think there's anybody out there that really has a heart to tell their significant other that, oh, if you can't get me something, you have the teeth. I think it's more
Really?
of if you can't find it, find something close. You know, I ask you for a case of Vitamol, you bring me 12. Okay, okay, I'll take the 12.
So how do we get our people to understand that this particular year is not the year for the pressure of gift giving? I mean, it's obvious why, for obvious reasons, but
Hmm.
the expectation is what's killing me. People are still, you have some people who just throw their little hint. So, what you getting me
Yeah.
for Christmas? And it's like, dude, are we not living through the same pandemic?
For real, what movie comes to mind? Remember that scene in The Grinch Stole Christmas, right?
Yeah.
The morning after the Grinch stole, he came back and he teeth up everything. He teeth the hoo hash and all of
Everything.
that. And they're
Yep.
walking out of the house and they're realizing, boy, where everything else? He take Christmas for real.
I
But
Yeah.
then they
know.
got
I
to the
think the
point.
only people who
Mhm.
should have this expectation because they don't fully comprehend what's happening, and mind you, they
Yeah,
do, is
the
the
kids.
kids.
But I feel like the adults are slowly getting to the point where they realize, oh, you know what? This Christmas we really need to hold back and not do as much. But that doesn't make the Christmas spirit. That doesn't have the dead in our Christmas spirit. I think. I think a lot of times things have to get worse before they get better. Like I said before, I wasn't feeling the Christmas spirit, and I wasn't feeling the Christmas spirit around town. But slowly but surely, I feel it's starting to grow as we get closer to the date, and
Well,
people are starting to accept that. Okay, not to say that they're losing hope, but they're accepting that this Christmas is going to be different, but that doesn't mean it's going to be worse.
yeah, but if you look around and you watch things that are happening around town, you see the trees are
Mhm.
being sold. Yes, I saw maybe like four today on top of car
Yeah.
on top of cars, right? So you're seeing that people are
Mhm.
getting into it. Then, of course, if you check any of these shipping companies, check them out. You see the things coming in, right? You see the cars pulling up, and the Amazon boxes are being.
Empress, that's beside the point because Bed Bath and Beyond or whoever just had sale. So you can't. That's Black Friday sale. You can't. It'd be foolish to not take advantage. Put it where you want to put it. But I think we can't watch that too because some people that might be the only piece of Christmas that they can afford. No, I have 5 kids, right? I have 5 children. All of them want a
Something
new
different.
phone or something else for Christmas. I can't afford to get gifts for all of them. And if I can't do for one, I can't do for none. So what I could do, I'm gonna get us a tree. And we could share this tree, and this could be our Christmas feeling this year. That's all I could
But you
afford.
know, the Christmas feeling for kids is not the tree; it's what's under the tree. You know that, right?
Yeah,
So does it really make sense to buy a tree if you're saying you're trying to create that feel of Christmas
maybe
with a
this
tree?
maybe this is a teaching moment for the parents and the kids.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. But to say get the tree, I think your Bath and Body idea is even better. You just get that candle, that
Yeah.
balsam fir candle, light it up. It smells like
Mhm.
Christmas, and call it a day. How do you think Bahamians are going to react now that the gatherings are at 10 when it comes to Christmas dinners?
You want my radio ready answer or my honest,
The
true
honest answer,
answer?
free of mine answer.
They can run out. We can run out. We ready planning how we can run out. They
They're
say 10, we gonna have at least 20.
okay. So we will put ourselves and our families at risk in the name of a plate of food or two with
Empress,
dessert.
I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying it as it is. This is what's gonna happen.
You want to say something? Go ahead.
Just two things. Just two things. Um. Well, we all know the famous and the one who rides on a sleigh to deliver presents, which is Santa, right?
Hmm.
There are two questions that I can answer for y'all.
Okay.
There's one when every time when y'all go to the mall, arcade, or a store, you might as well see Santa sit up on his lap and then tell him what you want for Christmas. Take pictures with him.
But remember, social distancing is at its very best. There'll be no sitting in any Santa's lap.
I see in one city they have Santa in a snow globe. You
Really?
could take a picture in front of him.
Yeah, there's that's gone too.
I know, but there's one thing you can do. Just order a costume, dress your dad like Santa, order a beer, dress your dad like Santa.
I like that.
I like that idea
I like that.
actually. So
Yep.
you want fathers to be more involved. I love the
I love that.
idea of
I saw
so
mommy
kissing.
kissing
You know what? I like that.
Santa Claus.
It makes actual sense to get more involved. You're saying because you can't go to the mall to
Ooh,
see Santa Claus. You
not
can't. I mean, you could see him, but you can't sit in his lap. You can't take that traditional picture.
No.
here's an idea. Now this might be really out there, but I feel like the creatives among us could take advantage of this. You and your kids come together and try to recreate a scene from your favorite Christmas film. Record it and then you'll watch it back together for fun and laughs.
Okay, like
Yeah.
what film you thinking in particular?
Well, my favorite Christmas movie, believe it or not, is the Christmas Chronicles. So I would have tried to get that scene with the with the
This is
with the
what you call thinking
reindeer.
out of the box.
Yeah, like just something simple that you could just remember the lines, give the kids their different roles, and that. Or you could do the Home Alone scene.
That's my movie.
Yeah, like
Really?
there's so much fun that could be had with the things that we already have. You don't need a fancy camera. You can record it on your cell phone. Then when you go to work, show, oh look what me and my children do.
I like that.
I like that idea too. Absolutely. But let's take a quick break.
Wait,
Ju-
there's one more thing I want to say before the break.
Okay.
Santa Claus delivers presents, right? And he travels like all over the world,
Mhm.
without a COVID test, without wearing a mask, and without hand sanitizer. You know how you put cookies and milk on the table for Santa, and then you just come and swoop it right and eat it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you have like extra mask, you can take out one, put it on the table, and also, if you have a hand sanitizer, you can put it on the table and give it to Santa too.
That's
She
a
said-
great idea.
What you
Yes.
say? Make sure that Santa Claus
Mhm.
is well equipped
Uh-huh.
to travel during Christmas Day.
No spreading.
Yes.
No spreading of the virus. You're
Yes.
saying make sure instead of the cookies and milk, opt to give him
You can-
sanitizer and mask instead.
You can still give Santa cookies and milk, but he might be more surprised with the hand sanitizer and mask. I'm not trying to impress with Santa. I just want Santa to stay safe while he travels all over the world to give presents. Because, without a mask or hand sanitizer, or
He can spread the virus if you
Yeah.
don't have it. Touching presents and putting it in your home. You're saying he needs extra supply of sanitizer and a mask.
Soleil,
yes. What?
another thing you could do, since we're talking about keeping Santa safe, how about this year when you're baking your Christmas cookies, we try, maybe a keto-friendly dish, a keto-friendly cookie for Santa, because you can't be eating the same butter and cookie back to back to back. Give Santa some options.
I know. Maybe some chicken sauce.
Man, I weak. Wendell says that Santa should have to sanitize before he enters the house. What's your thought on that? Versus coming into the house the way you have the cookies and the milk and the whole display. How do you surmise that we get Santa to sanitize before he enters your home?
I know. Always you have to wash your hands before you eat, and I'm worried that Santa forgets to do that and just pick up the cookies and milk.
So what are we going to do to make sure that he sanitizes before entering the house?
Well, usually we might as well Well, if you can't afford like a hand sanitizer display like always around your buildings or stores, you can just build one right by your wall. But if you can't get that, just put a hand sanitizer right by the table and let
Mm-hmm.
Santa just
Mm-hmm.
pump his hand.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we making sure Santas, if y'all listening, if you are listening, Santa, understand safety first. We're gonna make sure that he does that this holiday. Any
Yep.
final words from you in terms of gift giving or ideas for people or the things that people should think about during this very trying time where Christmas is concerned?
Yes. And this goes out for all of y'all. If you can't afford a gift, don't say here we go again. You can honestly make a gift.
That's right.
Yep.
Making a gift is even more priceless than actually
Mm-hmm.
buying something that costs. So I agree with you on that.
Yes, for like example, for example, say I want an American Girl doll,
Mhm.
but you can't afford it because American Girl dolls are way expensive.
Yeah, very expensive.
Very.
Well,
So
Sometime.
what you say? Make a doll?
no.
Oh,
Sometimes there might be
no.
something online that looks like American Girl doll. You know, this one says it's called My Life
Yes,
doll. It's at
yes.
Walmart, and you can totally afford. It's like about $80 $30,
Right. Versus an American Girl doll that
which
could
is
be.
$100 or $200.
There you go.
Exactly.
All right. So get
So
on
So
y'all
that
can
and
close.
afford
sign
the
up.
My Life doll instead of American Girl doll, but you can still make all of your daughter's wishes come true.
Thank you so much. Beautiful. And I see some people saying hi to you on social media. Say hi to Annie Dion. She's watching.
Oh, hey, Annie Dion.
And of course, everybody who's got it locked, we thank you. Of course, we're going to wrap this one up and top of the hour, 5 o'clock. You drive at 5
Get it?
with
Wrap up
yours.
a present.
Yeah, yours truly and DJ AI comes your way. But before I do that, I want to remind you RBC Caribbean Acts of Kindness, they're going to be showcasing the ways in which Caribbean people are supporting one another, their communities, and of course their countries through this pandemic. It's a celebration of the incredible acts of kindness and generosity of individuals across the Bahamas and the region. So here's what we want you to do. We want you to call us and tell us about your acts of kindness. Call us at 328-8163, 328-8164 between the hours of 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. to share your act of kindness story. So I want to say a big shout out to everybody who's got it locked and loaded. Thank you, Soleil. Say hi to Zena as well. She's watching.
Hello to everybody.
All right. And thank you, Beats. Thank you so much. And to everybody that's joining us today, thank you so much. Keep it locked up at the hour of 5 o'clock. Your drive at 5 with yours truly. And DJ AI comes your way.
File sale is up and running now through December 21st. As usual, Bid will have almost everything locked down. Titles from around the world has been
Oh, see
auctioned.
Delma watching you. Say hi to the Johnson Pride. You got them watching.
Oh, Johnson fight on.
Yes, they watching. Say hi to see to Delma.
Shouts out to Johnson Pride if we can still meet
Yes.
each other.
Yeah, they could still they definitely seen you. See Annie Dion saying hi to you.
Hello.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Tell your friends. Bye bye.
Bye. That
All right, Johnson Pride. We signing out. Thank you so much. See, Zena say Lele.
that was